Well, here we are on YouTube. Hopefully, if you're watching this on YouTube, then that means you're watching the chopped up, sliced up, and diced version that is appropriate for YouTube. If you're watching this on Patreon, that means you watch the entire thing unedited with everything that we have to say, including the actual content.
Including the content. That's good. That's a good point. Yeah, it's not just unedited comments, but you get to watch our smiles, reactions, whatever this is, on our Patreon, because this will be blocked on YouTube as far as the content goes. So again, if you're watching it on YouTube, we appreciate that. We understand that not everyone can afford Patreon, but it's just the way it goes. It's behind a paywall. So if you enjoy our comments about the things that might not quite make sense unless you know the documentary very well, because we're going to pause and say, hey, Taylor was very funny when she said, or whatever it is. You'd be like, what are they talking about? Well, again, we'll be talking about the very scene that we paused it on. So this is a documentary. Mm-hmm. So it's not, I don't think there's any real, I don't know. If it's a documentary, I don't know if there's songs or concert footage or whatever, but I don't know if there's full songs. Don't tell us in the comments. Don't let us know. I'm just speculating here. Don't tell us.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Yeah, don't tell us any spoilers, please, as we watch this live on Twitch and on our Patreon Discord. But what I'm getting at is, yes, of course, if there's songs and performances, we'll comment on those in general, of course. But this is a documentary, Nathan, on Netflix, released 2020, so just a couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago. Mm-hmm. It says, in this revealing documentary, Taylor Swift embraces her role as a songwriter and performer, and as a woman, harnessing the full power of her voice. I wonder who wrote that. So,
maybe Taylor.
Do we get to see her voice being embraced? She's like, So, I'm really looking forward to this. Of course, a lot of people, I don't know. A lot of people, of course, are very excited for us to watch this, that are Swifties, of course. I'm excited to watch this now as a new Swiftie. Again, this one, our poll on our February poll that we did. And people are very angry at the Swifties for making this win. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's a democracy. I know nobody's happy with whoever's president. It's just the way it goes. But this is the one that got the most votes, and we're doing it. So we're pleasing the masses. But there are people who are picketing outside of our studio who are mad at the Swifties because this won again. So if you are upset with how our channel is or where it's going and what we've done, well, Nathan, how can they make their voice heard?
If you join our Patreon, you can actually request songs for us to listen to. And like
songs that you want to hear. Here's the beauty. You don't have to watch this video. I love how some people are like, I can't watch these anymore. Well, you don't have to. So if you like this, nobody's forced to watch every video we do. Yeah. So it's like Nathan said, join our Patreon and we will do whatever songs you request via that proper tier. Nathan, I should say for you that he has a cold. He's getting over sickness, so his voice sounds a little bit different, or he sounds a little bit more lethargic, because he is under the weather. But you're still good enough to watch this, I hope, right?
Yes, I sound like Barry White.
You sound great. You sound great as always.
Oh yeah, whatever.
You are you're the voice of reason. You're the sensible one. You're a good person.
I'm Superman.
And we appreciate you. Yes, you're Superman. Okay. Well, let's get going into this. This is a Netflix 2020 Miss Americana. Americana. Now, this is my Canadian ignorance. Is that like saying Canuck? Americana? No, honestly, is that like a slang? I don't know. What does that mean? Does that like mean like baked apple pie and?
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean by that?
I think
you know what I mean by that. Like it's like.
I think it's a general
all around American girl
for things that are American. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, she has a song called Miss Americana. Okay. Oh. All right. Well, yeah. So let us know in the comments what Americana means, even outside of Taylor's world. Like, is Americana a phrase or word that Americans use? Okay. No. All right. Well, without further ado.
What is the do anyway? Everyone says that.
Further ado without. It's a French word.
I know.
So without further talking, I don't know. I don't.
All right,
Nathan. I don't know anything. I'm an idiot.
Shut
okay.
Shut up.
Oh, wow. That was kind of. I think it was very Swiftie-like. Oh, did you kitty?
No, no kitty.
You kitty. I bet she grabbed it and threw it away.
That's adorable.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful little kitty. So what albums have been out? Like, what albums have not been released at this point, I should say, when this was made? That's what I want to know. Like, what was the next album?
This is the first one that I started when I was 13. And it says,
okay.
My life, my career, my dream, my reality.
Oh, wow.
For a while, I wrote with quill and ink. That was a phase I went through. Like, I had a glass quill with like an ink jet. You know, my entire moral code as a kid and now is a need to be thought of as good. That's dangerous. That's dangerous for you. It was all I wrote about. It was all I wanted. It was the complete and total belief system that I subscribed to as a kid.
I've taught a lot of kids like that.
Do the good thing. And obviously I'm not a perfect person by any stretch, but overall the main thing that I always tried to be was like just like a good girl.
Yeah, pause it. That's a great introduction. The fact that she look, in order to be a good person, I feel the same way. I actually echo that same sentiment that Taylor was giving there about being a good person. There's nothing wrong. It has nothing to do with pride or not being humble, but saying I want to be a good person is the first step. That is good. Like, to have that as a goal, that's a great goal. And of course we fall short of that, but I like to say I'm a good husband, or I'm a good father, or I'm a good friend, or whatever it might be. Mm-hmm. That's the first step. I'm going to be a good person. I want to be a good person. Not that everyone has to love me or think my music's great. I just want to be a good person. And I think it shows. I think we see it in the way she is with people, the way she is with herself. I think she is a good person. I think that obviously resonates with fans and with the public. That's why people get very protective of her, because obviously if she is a victim of verbal abuse or otherwise from fans or celebrities, you know, they're like, whoa. You're picking on someone who actually is trying to be a good person here. Yeah. Anyway, so I agree. That's a great goal. I think everyone should have the goal to be a good person. And quite frankly, Nathan, I don't know if everyone actually has that mantra. I'm going to be a good person today.
Yeah. I wonder where this is going to go with that. If that's her saying this in the past, like I always wanted to be that, and I realized I had to let go of that and not be that anymore, or if she's going to go like that's always been her motto.
Well, she said she did when she was 13. That was what she wrote down and stuff. I believe she still is that. I believe that's what she's saying, is that's still who she is. Yeah. If I was to guess.
The national anthem, a multi-talented performing artist from Reading, Pennsylvania.
She's 13 here, or how? People are like, yeah, all right, great.
Somebody else to do the anthem.
You know, one of my first memories of country music was when I was 6 years old and my parents took me to see Leanne Rimes in concert.
Oh yeah, Leanne Rimes.
I am happy.
12-year-old Taylor Swift.
Oh wow.
Everybody, I'm Taylor.
I've been trained to be happy when you get a lot of praise.
That's funny.
Hi, Taylor. See, that's Sony music right there.
Wow.
Sony is going to listen to her CD today.
Wow.
I had that praise of, Taylor, you're doing a good job at your work.
Hey, this is Taylor Swift, and thanks for listening to Cat Country 98.1.
You're doing a good job at being a songwriter. You're doing a good job at being a musician. Like, those pats on the head were all I lived for.
No one's going to be watching this because it's my home video, but right here, look at that. Look at that. 60 on the Billboard charts right there.
Hey, she's got that country hair almost. That country hair.
Yeah.
I was so fulfilled by approval that was it. became the person who everyone wanted me to be.
That's kind of where I thought it was going
to go. Wow, what an intro.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, in my dreams, you should see the things we do, baby. Ooh.
It's auto-tune.
In the middle of the night, in my dreams, I know I'm gonna be with you, so I take my time.
That's crazy. She sings amazing, just like that. Just like nothing on her, just singing in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw this again. Join our Patreon to see our full reaction. So the Reputation tour was such a fun tour to watch.
Oh yeah. It's like she's got to get into character, because like that character of her coming out, you know, very. Yeah.
Are you ready for it?
It is a great opening song to play.
Oh yeah.
The idea of "Are you ready for it?" That's it, because it starts the whole concert. Are you ready for it? The concert. Oh, you okay? What's the matter, Taylor?
Happy.
Oh.
Everybody
worried.
was so happy watching it.
Grammy nomination.
Hi.
Good morning.
I've just been like running up and downstairs, like moving things around, unpacking boxes, like trying not to think about you calling me with Grammy nominations.
I know. Well, I'm trying to get the full list, because right now, in the big categories of album, record, song, you are not nominated.
Oh, for which album? Reputation, I guess.
Okay, it's this is good. This is fine.
Yeah, and it's very similar. Everything is like this. You know, it's so weird. I said
This is, you know what? Like, this is fine. This is. I just need to make a better record.
Reputation
Oh.
is a great record.
No, I'm making a better record.
Was she about to cry there?
Yeah.
Well, and I'm still waiting for the pop, the pop categories. Those should be hitting any second.
Who's she talking to? A rep of some sort, or
Like a producer?
Sure.
no? Her producer's Jack.
Oh right.
Thanks. Bye.
I thought Reputation did well with the awards. I just didn't realize it didn't.
Publicist. Okay.
Did it not do well with the awards? So is she now working on Folklore? Is that the idea? Oh, what album? So what album's Lover from? Do you remember? I don't remember the album. I forget title songs where they belong.
It sounds different than I thought it would on the piano.
Okay, pause it.
Sadder. And I guess it's like
There's an album called Lover. Did we know this? Am I like Mandela? What?
Yeah, I don't.
I thought
it's after Reputation.
What?
Oh, we didn't.
I'd never heard of this album before. What in the world?
Yeah.
Am I like?
We just thought it was like I thought it was Reputation and then Midnight.
The folk. No, it's Folklore. Evermore. So it's Folklore, Evermore. Those came like almost like double albums, and then Folklore, then Midnights. So it was Rep, Lover. I've never heard of Lover in my life. Never heard of it.
Oh.
What is going on? I mean, we're very new to her, but I've heard of, like, if you were to say all her other albums, I would be like, oh, I've heard Folklore, Evermore, Midnights, yeah. Lover, do we know this album? Have we heard anything from it? Is it considered a good album? What's going on here? What's happening? How come we...
Lover's her worst album. That's what Tal is on.
Wow. Yeah. That's very intriguing.
Yeah.
I kind of want to react in a weird way to maybe her least loved album.
Well,
divisive album, maybe.
That's what's interesting here is like that whole response to, the Grammys and not getting nominated, and her saying like, then I got to make a better album, is part of what she's saying at the beginning. I love that this documentary is sort of an essay here on, on what happens when you get kind of wrapped up. Because if Lover didn't do very well, it almost
took words right out of my mouth.
Goes to show.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah, just don't overthink it. Just keep doing what you do best.
Play. Yeah. I think that was Folklore. We loved Folklore. We did that reaction, of course, is available on our Patreon. It was blocked on YouTube. We did a full album reaction to Folklore. We loved it, of course. We loved everything we watched of Taylor, but it's kind of funny to hear not a negative, but
having said that,
Reputation,
though, like everything is in the eye of the beholder. So I think it would be good going into Lover. This is a good, at some point I'd love to do the Lover album. I'd love to, with that context of where it came, I think would be...
that's what we're seeing here. This is the response.
Yeah.
Okay, and I will say, that's not a criticism, but I am surprised a little bit about her response to the nominations. I didn't think she was, quote-unquote, above it. I understand this is her... But you can't win everything.
Yeah.
Maybe it truly is an honor to be nominated, as they say. So maybe the fact that she was snubbed is a bit of a kick in the teeth, but Harry just won. I think they competed against each other. I think it was Midnights versus Harry's House. I think competed, and and she was very excited for Harry. I saw the video of her clapping for Harry's win. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, like, you can't win every album. Like, that's ridiculous. But so I'm a little surprised about how much it stung her that Reputation did poorly. So I wonder what the reasons for that would be. If it talks about in this documentary, I'm not sure because we've moved on. But I was actually a little surprised about how choked up she was about the lack of nominations. I didn't realize, because some artists will say, oh, we don't care. But it's okay to care. I'm just surprised that she did that much. That's all. It took me back.
Yeah, this is great context. That's a
sorry.
Bad picture.
Look at us talk.
Look at the picture.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
That's her looking at us. Can you guys hurry up and play it again, please? Yeah. Seriously. Stop talking. Oh, great. Is that my pin or your pin?
It's mine.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right. Okay.
I really have minimal stuff, but it's like. So you say that, like. And then you say that you'll never find another like me.
Really cool.
You like it?
Yeah.
Is that Jack?
I think this is the first.
That's not Jack. Is that
Joel?
Jack?
Joel, it said.
First verse, and like maybe a lower volume so you can hear what lyrics I'm trying to say.
Joel Little.
Joel Little.
Okay. Some bullshit on the phone. I never leave well enough alone. And trouble's gonna follow where I go. And there's a lot of cool chicks out there. One of these things is not like the others. Like a rainbow with all of the colors.
This is a good song. I like this one.
I tell you that you'll never find another like me.
That sounds cool.
Oh, that's a nice song.
I'm the only one of me.
Yeah.
Baby, that's just one of me. Holy
Cool to hear her singing just like that with her phone there. It's funny. The lyrics.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Everything up to that point is good.
Yep.
Oh, I love a good pop song. So that's a fun song.
I don't need a rest. I'm fine. This means it's working.
Aww.
There's so much pressure going into putting new music out. If I don't beat everything I've done prior, it'll be deemed as like a colossal failure.
Maybe first I could talk to you about
Maybe it was.
kind of new album stuff. There's gonna be from 16 to 20 songs on it. Is what I'm guessing.
Standard Taylor songs. Like she seems to have a lot of songs lately on the last few albums.
That's what I was hoping for.
I could be sitting at that table contributing just as much. It's the 13 team. Imagine put Ryan on there for the 14. Hi everyone.
Sort of niche specialty thing that they do that, you know, sets them apart from everybody else. And my storytelling is what it is for me. I know that without me writing my own songs, I wouldn't be here.
Okay. This might be an unpopular opinion, but it might actually ring true for some people. Taylor is a great storyteller. I would say one of the best I've seen that can pull songs from stories that she's, looked at and has told. My question here is, it always comes from the experience of the story writer, and I'm curious to know what kinds of things Taylor does to kind of find more stories, because it always comes from their experience. So if a writer spends all their time holed up in their house and kind of just sits and writes songs, they end up kind of writing about the same things over and over again, and they never really branch out. And this is, like I say, this might be unpopular opinion, but if it were possible for Taylor to almost like take a couple of years off and go and explore and like meet people and find some of their stories, I'll bet she could come up with some of the coolest music we've ever heard. Just because she's that good at telling those stories. And I know everybody's given her advice. I'm not trying to give Taylor Swift advice.
Well, she does listen to our channel, so she does watch our channel. At least somebody from that 13-person management team must watch these channels. So maybe they're listening.
Anyway, it occurs to me that because she's so good at what she does, and maybe that would cramp her style, whatever. Maybe keep doing what you're doing. You don't need me to tell you what to do. That's for sure.
Before people, sorry, go ahead, Nathan.
I would assume the more here's the development of my thought here. As she matures and grows, we're going to see more and more of her telling newer, richer stories, because she is maturing and she is, being real with herself. Certainly Midnight seemed like this development of her maturity moving forward. I would guess that we're going to see even richer stories being told as time goes on. So that's just my thought.
Sure. Well, we saw it with Folklore and Midnights. We still have to do Evermore. We'll see. But I just want to say this before people comment on our YouTube channel, because they probably will if they haven't already. And if that means they haven't watched the whole thing or they haven't deleted their comments. Midnights wasn't eligible yet for the Grammys. So I thought, I don't watch the Grammys. I just know that Harry won. So I thought for some reason, I just assumed, because Midnights was already out, that it was eligible. But so I don't know what the cutoff dates are. That's just my lack of knowledge. So yes, Midnights will be available next year. So there you go. So hopefully she gets nominated, because I don't want her to cry again.
But I would guess that she's able to handle it better now.
Probably better now.
Better. That's just my guess, but yeah.
I think we all learn. We all learn. So Nathan, you have a good point. And we want to say thank you to everyone watching us on Twitch right now. We have a record number watching us on Twitch live. Yeah. About 115 people. So thank you so much. Okay. All right.
Here we go.
115 people that don't want to join our Patreon and support us. Okay. Just bugging you guys. We love you.
We can leave the Christmas
Oops.
We can leave the Christmas lights up till January.
There is an element to my fan base where we feel like we grew up together.
Yeah,
I'll be going through something, write the album about it, and then it'll come out, and sometimes it'll just coincide with what they're going through.
Yeah.
Kind of like they're reading my diary.
What song is this? Oh, this is still Lover. Okay, my apologies. Which was the pop song? I thought the pop song was.
Lover.
Okay. This is a song I wrote yesterday.
Before she got her teeth fixed.
It's about a girl who's just different. And I really like it because it's just so happy. So this is called Lucky You.
Oh, the pop song we heard was Me. Okay. I like both those songs. Me and Lover sound good.
Ooh, 12 string.
I have to be honest with you, this song was seriously finished 5 minutes ago. So, I usually have these things memorized, but...
Oh, she has the exact same mannerisms.
I just
Hilarious.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So, let's
The way
watch
she-
the tide chase the waves into the sand. I wonder if the sad heart feel the warmth of my hand.
I started playing guitar and wrote a couple songs, and I've written 150 songs and written every song on this album. So
You said you were a freshman when you wrote this?
I actually came up with the concept for it in math class my freshman year.
I've had a single out now for about a month. There's this radio station called KZLA. I want each and every one of you to call them up and tell them you want to hear a song called Tim McGraw by this girl named Taylor Swift. Please.
Said the way my blue eyes shine, put those Georgia stars to shame.
So how old is she here?
Said that's enough.
16.
She's 16 here? Is that the Tim McGraw song?
Girl released her
Oh, no.
debut country music album and dreamed of
60
making
minutes.
it big. Well, today that girl is as big as it gets.
In the past year, she has taken Nashville and country music on an unforgettable trip around the world.
She went on to sell more copies than any other artist this year.
That made her the youngest person in history to write and perform a #1 country song.
Oh,
I give
wow.
myself like 5 seconds a day to
Wow.
be like, yes, this is happening. And then the rest of the day, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make it last.
And the Horizon Award goes to
Taylor Swift.
Moon like a spotlight on the lake when you think.
I want to thank God and my family for moving to Nashville so that I could do this. And the fans, you have changed my life.
Well, I wonder if they're going to do the Kanye
I was riding
thing as part
shotgun
of
with my
this.
hair undone in the front seat of his car. He's got a one-hand bill on the steering wheel, the other on my heart.
I was in country music and I was doing like a very spectacle type live show. And I remember thinking, this feels like a dream, this feels like a dream, this feels like a dream.
We don't have a song.
But when you're living for the approval of strangers, and that is where you derive all of your joy and fulfillment, one bad thing can cause everything to crumble.
And there's only
What's
one
that?
lady that can actually make an arrival as angelic and as beautiful as this. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Taylor Swift.
Cinderella. She's the belle of the ball.
And the Moon Man for Best Female Video goes to Taylor Swift.
Oh wait, is this the? Oh, this is the Kanye thing. I think this is the Kanye moment.
I was
Watch.
about what it
would be like to maybe win one of these someday, but I never actually thought that would happen. I sing country music, so thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award.
Yo, Taylor.
You see?
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
Oh no.
Idiot.
Oh no, that's terrible. I feel bad for her now that I know her. Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh no. Oh.
I was standing on stage and I was really excited because I had just won the award, and then I was really excited because Kanye West was on the stage. And then I wasn't so excited.
Wasn't so excited. Yeah, I wasn't so excited anymore. I just wanted to say it. She said it. Oh no. She's in shock.
Are there any hard feelings towards him?
I don't know him, and I've never met him, so.
So were you a fan before?
Oh.
Yeah. It's Kanye West.
Are you still a fan? I take it now.
You know, I don't know him, and I don't want to start anything because I had a great night tonight.
Everyone is talking about this Kanye West thing, aren't they? In case you're lucky enough to have missed it, Kanye West interrupted a young singer named Taylor Swift while she was...
President Obama calling Kanye West a jackass.
I can name you 10 or 15 people that he wouldn't have gone up there and taken that mic away from, but he did it with a 17-year-old girl.
Was she only 17 then? Oh no.
Gee.
So she's so young. That's
so
even, you know.
There. At the time, I didn't know they were booing him doing that. I thought that they were booing me.
Well, sure, it's
Someone
confusing.
who's built their whole belief system on getting people to clap for you, the whole crowd booing is a pretty formative experience.
Oh my goodness.
I want to punch Kanye in the face. He's such a punk.
Yeah.
Something about it felt like home somehow, and I left my scarf there. Your sister's house, and you still got it in your drawer, even now.
That was like sort of a catalyst for a lot of psychological paths that I went down.
We're singing in the car,
and not.
Is this the one we reacted to, that performance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pieces into place, and I can picture it.
It was all fueled by not feeling like I belonged there. I'm only here because I work hard and I'm nice to people. That work ethic, like, thank God I had that work ethic.
Like, I can't change what's gonna happen to me, but I can control what I write.
Yeah, it's positive. It's like a huge moment, of course, in her life story. I forgot. I mean, I knew it was a while back, but she was 17 when that happened. That's young. You're not even fully developed as a person to go through that traumatic public event.
I had no idea she was 17. For some reason, because like I've taught students throughout this whole period, and I never listened to Taylor Swift during any of that, to be honest. And I remember the students coming back and just like so angry about this.
Oh, she was 19. Sorry, she was 19. My apologies. People are correcting us. Okay.
Okay.
But still a teenager, all the same.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
That they were just so upset that, somebody had done this. And at the time I had no idea who Kanye West was, but I immediately, when I heard all this stuff, I was like, and I watched like a clip of it on YouTube, and I was like, what idiot would do something like that? What kind of I just couldn't imagine at an award show somebody going up and it just blew my mind. And I remember watching and hearing the booing, and I knew that people were booing for him just because, like, what a dick move to do.
Yeah, I caught that too, but I guess in that moment, because Kanye is the big star, right?
Yeah.
So if she's thinking, oh, they're agreeing with Kanye that Beyonce should, because Beyonce, of course, is a huge star then. Yeah. And as she is now, but I mean, back then she's the bigger star by far than Taylor at that point in Taylor's career. So Taylor's probably thinking, oh, they all agree with Kanye, and now they have the chance to voice that agreement. They don't have to be polite to me anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
Ugh.
So apparently something else, don't tell us what it was, but apparently something else happened with Kanye later. That was even worse. Don't tell us what it was in case it's in the documentary. I was going to say though, I find it interesting, but also not surprising to a degree. But Taylor, as we've seen already, she's such a bright, strong young woman, and she's taken this. We talk about the clapback, right? She's taken this moment of trauma, emotional trauma from somebody, and instead of hiding under a rock or curling up into a ball, she's roaring. Now she's like, I'm smarter than Kanye, and I'm smarter than Kim, and I'm talented beyond their. So I'm going to sing the crap out of things, and I'm going to show the world that I belong here, that I belong in these videos, I belong on the stage. And so, ironically, it would be interesting to see the alternate universe Taylor. I mean, I'm sure she'd still be very successful, but isn't that interesting to see how she bites and fights back in the songs that we got from that? Because she talks about her albums are a diary. So this thing happened to her. She responds by creating some amazing music. So and it would be kind of interesting to see what alternate Taylor music would be like. But this is her now, and we can, I guess, thank Kanye for being such a dick because it elevated her.
To me, this speaks to exactly what I was saying earlier about how the more Taylor experiences stuff in life, the more rich, diary stuff we're going to get in her songs, right? The more that she has these kind of experiences. So I know, and she even said, she's like, it wasn't all good. It wasn't like everything that came from that was good.
Of course.
There's a lot of bad, but anyway. Okay.
So apparently she wrote a song that forgave him, but then he was still awful to her after that. I know this guy. That's okay. He's a loving person who loves old people and nations, so he's fine. He's good. Okay.
Taylor Swift has done something only the Beatles have done. An album at #1 for 6 weeks for 4 consecutive
I love this song.
One magazine headline said it best: Taylor Swift is the music industry.
That's such a great song, man. I love that song.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was it. My life had never been better.
Taylor Swift.
I had won Album of the Year at the Grammys for a second time, which I never thought was a possibility. And I remembered thinking afterward, oh my God, that was all you wanted. Oh God, that was all you wanted. That was all you focused on. You get to the mountaintop and you look around and you're like, oh God, what now?
I want to thank the fans for the last 10 years.
So she won it for 89 as well. Okay.
I didn't have
was the other one she won it for?
That I climbed it with that I could high five.
The one before that.
I didn't have anyone I could talk to who could relate to what I was.
Fearless.
I had my mom, but I just wondered, shouldn't I have someone that I could call right now?
Call me anytime. Give me my number. I'm here for you. So she won it for Fearless, 1989, and Folklore.
Oh, okay.
Do you eat burritos? Do you?
Of course I eat burritos.
Some people don't.
Who doesn't eat burritos?
Me.
I didn't ever eat burritos until like 2 years ago. I just had never tried one.
That's the weirdest niche thing.
Yeah. Never do that?
Oh.
For crunch?
No.
That's
Oh,
spicy.
did you bite your lip? Oh.
Oh my God. I'm about to be 29.
29. Yeah, you're getting old.
I remember those days.
I remember those days. Yeah, I know. Boy, it's like a lifetime ago.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, yeah, there's a part of me that feels like I'm 57 years old, but then there's a part of me that's like,
because she's an old soul,
not ready
I
to
think.
have kids, definitely not ready for all this grown-up stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think
I like this Joel guy.
Ready for that stuff. Mm-hmm. You just figure
I like
it
the
out
way he is.
when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of don't really have the luxury of figuring stuff out because my life is planned like 2 years ahead of time.
Mm.
Like literally in 2 months
come to me with the dates for the next tour.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, so, you'll be at Foxborough Stadium, this date, 2020, or whatever year,
Wow.
you know, like,
Yeah.
it's... So, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Life of a star. Oh, I didn't realize that. She's the only woman to win Grammy of the Year 3 times. I find that's. I guess I'm a little surprised by that. Good for her. Oh, hold on.
Not to stay. No, you're on your forehead. Yeah, well, I don't know. Either that or the lap. I don't know. Oh, this is a Rihanna shirt. Oh, God, it's all over me. Want a bite? Want a bite? What is the panic? She did a better job of bracing herself for takeoff than we did. It is like traveling with a pony. But I love her. But I love her. She's okay. So what you're
She's huge.
Here
Holy cow.
is exactly what Mom decided to do when both of her kids were out of the house. She decided to get a third child, like a human-sized dog. It's actually my cancer dog. After I found that out, I decided to do something I'd always wanted to do, which was get a really big dog.
Oh no, the mom has cancer?
Yeah, well, that's what it is. Happy that worked out for you. I'm sorry you had cancer. I'm sorry.
No.
That's really what it is.
She got cancer several years ago. That has been really hard for me because she's my favorite person.
On the third song where I hadn't gotten it started again, she goes, "Come on, Mom!" Like,
Oh, it's pretty cute.
It woke me up.
That's why she's so stable. Great relationship with her
Life where I
parents.
used to sweat all these things.
Hi, Dad.
But like,
Interesting.
How did her parents afford that house? Oh wait.
I wonder if because I suspected that maybe Taylor, like maybe Mom was really like, you know, had this high standard or whatever, and I don't think that's true. I think Mom was probably just super supportive right from the beginning. So it sounds like where that drive comes from for her to always keep doing better. I mean, maybe there's some hint of it from Mom, but it sounds like she developed it on her own. She just kind of kept pushing herself. Yeah.
do you really care if the internet doesn't like you today? If your mom
It never has.
sick from her chemo?
Oh man. The internet does like our channel, so.
You gotta be able to really prioritize what matters to you. For me, it's my family and my friends.
I assume the parents are still together. I assume
Would
so.
you like a glass of red wine or white wine? Can I do some white wine? Oh, you got the red wine? Does that make me
recipe, I mean, and I'd be
a
happy to
difficult
switch
guess?
because It's too adult for me, let's be
Okay.
honest.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I'm gonna get some ice for my wine. Do you want any? Yeah.
I'll take that right there.
Oh, that's fine. That's honestly just what I wanted. Yeah. You're like,
You know, Claire just had a baby.
mm-hmm.
And like, I went over to see her and
How is she doing with the motherhood?
well, she's the best because she's like, just so you know, this is what it is. You feed them, change them, they sleep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Feed
Oops,
them.
sorry.
Do it all over.
If you're lucky, they don't cry.
Feed them. Like,
It's just.
and I was like, so it's like a Tamagotchi.
Like, exactly.
Except you left out the poop.
I think you would be an excellent
Yeah.
mom. Thanks. No questions. It's so good.
And I'm sure she would. I mean, she's how old is she now?
30.
Is 36 or something, or no? 33.
It's 20. Yeah, 33. Yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
3 pats.
3?
3 pats now.
3 of them, you say?
Well, good luck selling this picture.
Oh, paparazzi. What are paps? She's talking about paparazzi. All right, good luck selling this picture. She's covered.
Yeah.
Look at paparazzi. Yeah, come on, get a picture. Get a picture.
I got it.
Well, so this is my front yard. And I'm highly aware of the fact that that is not normal. I've learned over the years it's not good for me to see pictures of myself every day because I have a tendency, and it's only happened a few times and I'm not in any way proud of it, but I tend to get triggered by something, whether it's a picture of me where I feel like I looked like my tummy was too big, or
oh boy,
or like someone said that I looked pregnant or something.
She's so
that'll
svelte.
just trigger me to just
Stop eating.
starve a little
Oh,
bit.
geez.
Just stop eating.
No. I've heard that she'd had.
I thought that I was just like supposed to feel like I was gonna pass out at the end of a show or in the middle of it. I thought that was how it was. And now I realize, no, if you eat food, have energy, get stronger, you can do all these shows and not feel it. Which is really good revelation, because I'm a lot happier with who I am, and I'm happier with, like, I don't care as much if, like, somebody points out that I have gained weight. It's just something that makes my life better. The fact that I'm a size
Human?
6 instead of a size 00. I mean, that wasn't
Oh my goodness.
how my body was supposed to be. I just didn't really understand that at the time. I really don't think I knew it.
Oh, yeah, she looks a little thin there. Yeah.
To anyone who said, I'm concerned about you, I was like, what are you talking about? Of course I eat. It's perfectly normal. I just
Oh,
exercise
I didn't
a
realize
lot.
she looked that thin.
And I did exercise.
Yeah, it doesn't
a lot,
look.
but
It
I
doesn't look
wasn't-
that great. I hate to say it. It's a little bit too much there. Yeah.
Can't.
So she looks great here.
Just.
I think she looks.
I don't
I've
think
never
you
seen her not look
know
great. That's the part
you're
that's.
doing
Well, yeah, but you saw the contrast there. She did look much
There's
thinner.
always some standard of beauty that you're not meeting. Because if you're thin enough, then you don't have that ass that everybody wants. But if you have enough weight on you to have an ass, then your stomach isn't flat enough. It's all just fucking impossible.
Well, yeah.
You don't ever say to yourself, like, I've got
People
everything
suck.
together,
That's
but
the
you know
problem.
You're like making a list of everything you put in your mouth that day, and you know that's probably not right. But then again, there's so many diet blogs that tell you that's what you should do. This would cause me to go into like a real shame, like hate spiral. This. And like, I caught myself yesterday starting to do it, and I was like, nope, we don't do that anymore. We do not do that anymore, because it's better to think you look fat than to look sick. And we don't do that anymore, and we're changing the channel in our brain, and we're not doing that anymore. That didn't end us up in a good place.
As your career goes like this, the magnifying glass goes like that.
Taylor Swift cannot take herself more seriously. I think that there's plenty of annoying women. I think that Taylor Swift, she is annoying.
She's too good. She's too skinny.
Why?
It bothers me. All of her model friends. And it's
She's
just like,
too
come
good.
on.
Yo, Taylor, you fucked up, Taylor.
We've got a roundup of all the guys
Jeez,
that Swiftie
what?
has at one point been romantic with, and there are a lot of hotties on this list. Holy date life.
Meet the parents.
She's going through guys like a train.
Can we just get it panned down?
goodness.
I just wanted to show the legs, because as I was telling you ahead of time, you're going to walk home
Oh.
with more than maybe just a trophy tonight. I think lots of men.
I'm not gonna walk home with any men tonight.
Jeez.
We give you the latest can't look away twist
Why?
on one of America's favorite celebrities.
Why would you say that?
Kanye West recently dissed Taylor in his new song Famous.
The song contains a lyric calling Taylor Swift
the B word.
I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous.
Kanye had said all along that he got permission. Taylor denied it.
Kim Kardashian released video of Kanye West secretly recording his conversation.
I mean, thanks for being like so cool about it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Like, the heads up is so nice.
She posted on Instagram, where in the video is Kanye telling me he was going to call me that biatch in his song?
Swift writing, I would very much like to be excluded from this narrative, one that I have never asked to be a part of since 2009.
I don't buy the story that she was so insulted by that one line. I think she saw an opportunity to be victimized here, and she thought everybody was going to get on her side.
Oh, God. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Oh wow. Ugh. Okay, just pause here. Just before we hear Taylor's side of this. I can only imagine what this does to someone like Taylor Swift. I can only imagine. Think about all of the things we've seen up to this point of how much Taylor is influenced by what other people think. And I mean, the incident with Kanye taking the microphone, doing that's one thing where the context was like, yeah, they're booing him more than you. Like that we can look at and go like, you could shake that off, no problem, and move forward. But this is like, people are literally turning on her and throwing it in her face. And so now here's all this stuff that she wasn't sure if it was true or not, but now the media is really turning on her. This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm just read some of the Twitch comments. Someone says so hard to watch. And someone else said that was sickening. Somebody else said this is actually from Codename. She said the full video came out later and indeed revealed Taylor was telling the truth the whole time. This was an edited video that Kim released, so that's malicious. Freaking Kim Kardashian, she's in cahoots with Kanye. I told you. I ranted about her in one of her videos, and now I could have gone harder on her. I've always said, Nathan, I don't care if you, for example, with our channel, our stupid channel, right? Mm-hmm. I don't care if you don't like us. That's fine, but don't lie.
Yeah.
That's the difference. There's a difference. Like, you don't create a narrative that doesn't exist. Like when people accuse us of being racist, I'm going to respond to that. That's not true.
Yeah.
But you can say our channel sucks because our comments suck or our opinion. That's fine. That's fine. That's, we're presenting our opinions, and some people agree and some people don't. I know it's nothing compared to what Taylor goes through as a huge public figure, but it's the same idea where people are creating these narratives and then now they're singing or chanting F Taylor Swift at a concert. That's like, can you imagine if Taylor did that to Kanye? Imagine if she was at a Taylor show and she was getting the crowd to chant F Kanye West, F Kanye West. Well, one, it's beneath her, but it would the turnaround would be like, she can't do it. This is what I'm saying at the beginning of the video where she said, I'm trying to be a good person. And I think that's what we're seeing here, Nathan, is that despite her efforts just to play songs, be nice, have fun, the public and these catty women. I mean, also these women. Oh yeah, a lot of women coming out. Yeah, I'm really jealous women. I'm sorry. I hate that. I know it might be misogynist to say catty. I'm sorry, but a lot of these women coming out. Taylor, like jealous 101 much. Anyways, wow, this is unfortunate, very immature behavior by adults. Yeah. Okay, let's. We got about 5 or 6 more minutes, and we're going to stop part one.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to watch. Actually,
yeah, because we love Taylor. Imagine if we first saw this, the first thing that we ever saw of Taylor was this documentary. It would have been more of an interesting watch. But now that we do know her a little bit as new Swifties or new fans of hers, yeah, this is very difficult because she does not. The hate or the negativity that she's receiving by The Guardian and Vice and the public and these new channels can we just say everybody on The View, can they all just drown in a big? Can that studio fall on everyone? Their freaking catty heads. Every single woman who's ever been on The View, that's on The View, can you just take the lane of Barbara Walters and leave this planet. They are horrible individual people. I can't stand what they have to say. They have nothing to say. They're a vacuum of nothing. Okay, sorry. Go on, Nathan. All right.
Ryan rants are the best. Okay.
Freaking The View. Yeah, the only view I want is you like buried on the ground.
Wicked and evil and conniving and not a good person. That was the one that I couldn't really bounce back from because my whole life was centered around it.
How's she fake? I don't understand.
Hashtag Taylor Swift is over party was the #1 trend on Twitter worldwide.
Wow.
Do you know how many people have to be tweeting that they hate you for that to happen?
Don't cover their names. Freaking out these idiots.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We're people who got into this line of work because we wanted people to like us, because we were intrinsically insecure, because we liked the sound of people clapping because it made us forget about how much we feel like we're not good enough. And I've been doing this for 15 years and I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of the... Just feels like it's more than music now at this point. And just most days I'm like, okay. But then sometimes I'm just like, it just gets loud sometimes.
When people fall out of love with you, there's nothing you can do to make them change their mind. They just don't love you anymore. I just wanted to disappear. Nobody physically saw me for a year. And that was what I thought they wanted.
No, Taylor, that's not what we want. That's actually good. Just pause there. That's a good place to pause. It's not quite halfway, but almost. But this, yeah. So she's disappeared for a year. Wow. So now, has Lover been released at this point when she disappeared for a year? Like, is Lover out? No, it's not out yet. Okay, so she's still working on it. Okay. She's still working on... Oh, she's working on Reputation right now. Oh, this is a Reputation. Okay.
Well, no.
Right.
Like, in the timeline of what we're watching, that's where this timeline is at, is pre-Reputation.
Oh, that's right. Reputation was... That's right. She went away... That's right. Yes. Yeah. She went away for a year and she came back with Reputation. That's right. Okay. Yeah. All right. I got a little bit mixed up with the timeline because we were in the past, future, and then we're going to the past again with the timeline of 1623. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Great context though. Like, this is giving so much like behind the scenes to Taylor Swift. This would be like if I ever run into somebody who gives me that like, Taylor Swift, I don't know if you like, why would you like that? I would be like, have you watched Miss Americana? You need to watch it. Because
at the very least, maybe just start there, hear her side of the story. It's not quite the same thing. I don't want to get into a whole, but it's kind of the same thing. I watched the Harry and Meghan documentary.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why I watched that on Netflix is because the royal family, they got to do their smear campaign, essentially. They got to do it.
Yeah.
And the public has been very, very unkind to Harry and Meghan, like just very unkind, kind of like this, like very unkind.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to watch at the very least to hear their, like, can I hear what they have to say? Is that okay?
Right.
Can I hear the words that they're saying?
Yeah.
And so it actually helped. I recommend that documentary because if you're on the side of like, oh, I hate Harry and Meghan, ask yourself why. Why do you? Because the royal family told you to? Because because the mainstream media told you to? I'm just saying, I found that very intriguing. So this is the same idea of people, I hate Taylor. Why? Well, I don't know, because people make fun of her. Vice and The Guardian said that we have to hate her, or People Magazine, or The View. Okay, but why? Well, because that's what mainstream media is telling me to do. Okay, well, so again, this Miss Americana doc is that same idea where it's her chance. At the very least, you get to hear what she has to say. You get to hear how these things affected her. You can still hate her after, but at least you get the information from her mouth to your ears. This is my story. This is what I went through. Now, you can still not like me afterwards, but now you have the truth, or her truth. So, yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. I can't wait to watch the rest of this. But we're going to put things on pause here.
Part one is done.
Part one is done. Okay, part two of this. Let's get going here right away.
Miss Americana. Yeah, so we want to say thank you to those who are watching us on Twitch and our Discord, because once this is done recording, it's going to go behind our Patreon paywall.
Yeah, we already
again,
said
not because.
Why are you saying it again? It's already at the beginning of this. You don't have to repeat it.
I forget what I say. I don't remember what I says.
You don't need to say nothing. We're just gonna press play.
I don't. Well, I think we should watch the first half again because I don't remember any of my comments, and now we have to watch the first half again. Then we'll do part 2 tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. Stuck in Groundhog Day.
All right. Yes, thank you, Christina. Christina's saying, I'm doing this for the people that are just jumping in live on our Twitch right now who weren't here for. So part 1, for those people that are live with us right now, part 1 is available on our Patreon. It's not stored anywhere else. Part 2 is right now. And yes, eventually I will chop this up. It's going to be a weird edit because, yeah, I don't know if it's ever going to go on YouTube. It's hard to say. If it's going to be a really weird edit because we have to literally chop out everything that Taylor's in, and it's just us going, "Hello,
I know,
cool."
Our patrons have to listen to us repeat ourselves.
Well, you know what? If they don't like that, they can get out of here. All right.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, our poor patrons.
I'm just like.
This is our patrons right now.
Sometimes.
See, this is what our patrons are saying right now.
When people fall out of love with you, there's nothing you can do to make them change their mind. They just don't love you anymore.
It's like our channel.
I just wanted to disappear. Nobody physically saw me for a year. And that was what I thought they wanted.
What year was that again? The year that she was gone?
Another drama, but not for me. All I think about is karma. And then the world moves on, but one thing's for sure.
2016? Okay.
Maybe I got mine, but you'll all get yours.
So she's working on... Oh, there we go. Reputation. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Yeah.
The reason why that backlash hurt so much was because that used to be all I had.
I never trust a narcissist, but they love me. So I play it like a violin, and I make it look oh so easy.
No filter, Taylor. No makeup, nothing. Yeah.
I felt really alone. I felt really bitter. I felt, sort of like a wounded animal lashing out.
Is this the end of all the endings? My broken bones are mending with all these nights we're spending upon.
I figured I had to reset everything.
My castle crumbled overnight. Brought a knife to a gunfight. They took the crown, but it's alright. All the liars are calling me one. Nobody's heard from me for months.
She could just go on tour with just her sitting on a stool playing a guitar.
Easily.
Deconstruct an entire belief system for my own personal sanity. I also was falling in love with someone who had a really wonderful, balanced, grounded life.
Have we seen Joe?
And we
I don't even know what he looks
together
like.
that we wanted our relationship to be private.
Oh, so he's gonna be off camera, I guess? All right.
Call it what you want, yeah, call it what you want to. All my flowers grew back as thorns. Windows boarded up after the storm. You put the fire just to keep me warm.
Probably him filming, eh?
Yeah. I make the same mistakes every time. Bridges burn. I never learned this. I did one thing right. I did one thing right.
Aw, that's so cute. That's her playing for him, I think.
My love and making boards in the covers. Just him like a brother. Yeah, I did one thing right. Sorry, I was bugging up my darkest nights. Call it what you want, yeah, call it what you want to. My baby's feel like a bird.
Aw.
What you want, yeah, call it what you want.
Wow, imagine, okay, pause for a second.
Even though it was really horrible.
Okay, that's a pretty cool... I mean, think about that for a second. She's singing to Joe right there. Like, that's Joe filming. And that's your girl. It's not only just Taylor Swift. I mean, it's Taylor Swift. That's amazing. There's got to be a small part of Joe who's like, I'm with Taylor Swift. Like, you're not human if you're not thinking like that. But I'm sure that goes away to some degree after some time. But there's a part of him, especially the new part of the relationship. Taylor Swift's my girlfriend? And then on top of that,
keep pinching yourself.
Yeah. Well, no, duh. Why would I mean? My wife pinches herself every day because of me. I'm married to Ryan. The luck. Yeah, she usually just punches me every day is what she does. But anyways,
she punches herself.
Yeah, she punches herself. What have I done? But that being said, and then in this moment here, she's singing to him the song that's about him. She's singing it to him, and then she whispers, "I love you." Come on. That's got to make Joe feel pretty darn good that day.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can't imagine. Yeah. I think it's very cool that they've managed to keep that pretty private. I'm sure there's pictures out there. I'm sure we could Google it and figure out what he looks like. And
right.
I'm sure that's the thing. But
I think we did. I think we have. I think they've been in public. I don't think their relationship is private. I mean, the beginning part, yes, but now it's not. Right. I think they've been seen together at events, or do they go together to events? And yeah, let us know. It's not really a spoiler. Do we get to see Joe on camera, or is that not happening on this documentary? Because if it doesn't happen in the documentary, then it's very much a conscious decision not to have him on screen. So they stayed in private without people knowing for 8 months. There you go. So they got the.
That's cool. Good for them.
Oh, they've only gone to 2 events together. You know who else was like that? Believe it or not. And who's been when I say the name, don't say it in the chat because then don't say it in the chat just yet. I'm not going to ask Nathan first. I don't want him to see the answer. So, very popular female artist who's been around for decades, has been married the whole time she's been a star, and her significant other, her husband, is never seen with her in public.
Oh, I don't know. Who's that?
Dolly Parton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same idea.
Really?
So, yeah, and that's obviously, I think, because for him, it might be the same for Joe, for Mr. Parton. No interest, doesn't want to be.
Yeah.
So he's not. So every time she goes to the Country Music Awards or at events or the Academy Award, it doesn't matter. She's alone. She's never with her husband. He is hard to get a picture of. There's no pictures of them together, but they've been married for 40 or 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah. He's been with her through thick and thin and every bust increase. He's been there for her. So he's a true husband, and thick and thin and bra increase. What a good man. No, he's a good. I say he's a good man. He's a good man. All right. Okay.
Let's continue.
But I wasn't happy in the way that I'd been trained to be happy. It was happiness without anyone else's input. It was just we were happy.
You should take it as a compliment that I got drunk and made fun of the way you talk. You should think about the consequence of your magnetic field being a little too strong. This ain't for the best. My reputation's never been worse, so you must like me for me.
I'm gonna go back to doing my job, and I'm gonna make a record I'm proud of.
We can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can make me a drink.
You know what's cool about this?
Love that one song.
Yeah, I like that song. But the context of this song now makes a whole lot more sense. I think that we got to see the whole Kanye fiasco, and then just the way that the public treated her, and her being when we did the Reputation album, we were kind of like, oh yeah, she's kind of talking about her reputation, about how feeling low, but I didn't know how low. This documentary really puts that in perspective, much better than I think anything else could have done. Because it makes sense now, and being that low, and then meeting Joe and and bringing Joe into her orbit makes sense, because here she feels more connected to him, because here's a guy who likes her, just like the song says, likes her for her and not for her popularity. Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. Likes her for her.
It's really cool.
This ain't for the best. My reputation's never
I think we saw this, didn't we? Or did we see this? I feel like we saw this part on something.
Yeah.
in the middle of the night in my dream. That's when I get to be with you. It's so sweet.
Time to do vocals. What are you doing?
I'm turning on my party shoes for vocals.
Good. We've never really gotten a good take without them, have we?
No.
We would chase it, Bonnie and Clyde. Oh, till I switch to the other side,
Like a Dylan-y kind of thing.
but no surprise I turned you in. Oh, 'cause us traitors never win.
I'm in a getaway car.
Ah!
And I'm losing my
Something.
Get back to
I'm in a getaway car, and you're in the motel bar, or like.
Yeah, I'm in the getaway car. Left you in the motel bar.
Okay, pause it. I forget the name of the actor. But have you ever seen people who are old like me and you? He looks like one of the characters from Revenge of the Nerds. And if you know the character I'm talking, you know the character I'm talking about.
I know.
I forget the name of the character, the actor. But if you're, yeah. So, and don't people? I'm not making fun of him. I'm saying that's what he reminds. That's nerds rule the earth right now. So, so that's a good thing. Nerds are good. But anyways, you look. Go Google Revenge of the Nerds. You'll know. You'll see right away the cast. Oh, that guy. Okay.
Took the money.
Put the money in the bag and I stole the keys. That was the last time you ever saw me.
That was the Reputation tour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was such a fun video to watch.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
So much fun.
fun.
So much fun.
Oh my god.
Is that Joe?
Is that Joe?
Is that Joe? Is that Joe?
I think it looks like a brother.
Brother? I don't know what's going on here. That's Joe. That's
Joe.
Joe.
Hey.
It's Joe. Joe. Hey, Joe. Hey, yo, Joe. Oh, that's cute. He's tall. Because if he's taller than her, isn't she like 6 feet almost?
No.
Hi guys!
You back? Yes.
He's just like doesn't know what to do.
No.
Look at that.
Don't believe
That would be me. I'm not going to lie. But then she wouldn't say that about me, though. You're annoying.
Oh, I love these. It's fun to make the heart like this.
She's so tall. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And of course, Japanese people are smaller, but that's funny.
Big reputation. You and me, we got. You look like a Barbie.
Okay.
You look like
I'd
a
just like you to
Barbie.
be a witness for something special, Miss Taylor Swift.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna ask Miss Maybelle Marciano to be my wife.
Oh.
I got this special token of my love and appreciation for you. Love you.
Wow. Oh my god. Did you know that was gonna happen? Did you know that was? I didn't know that was gonna happen at all. Yes. I was like, you just like high five.
Thank you.
You guys engaged now? This is a
It's official.
my god, that's amazing. Whoa. Bye guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Whoa.
They broke up a year later. I read that online.
Oh really?
I know. It's just joking.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, Panic at the Disco. I've heard of them. I don't know what it is. So.
Oh man.
Like I just want like little
we
kids
do
to
a
be
Panic
like,
at
there's
the
no
Disco?
one like me. Like.
No, I don't think we have.
Exactly.
Do you think that you want to stay?
I don't like to panic, and I don't like disco. So.
My wife is from Detroit, so we talked about getting a place to test it out.
Hang on, I just wanted to pause.
Yeah, sure.
So Tal's telling us that her meet and greets are always free. She doesn't like charge.
What?
She doesn't charge for any of that. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Well, what is it? The first 100 people, or I mean, there's no way there's 56,000 people.
Yeah, how would you Like they must manage it somehow, but like, just does it. That's
you know what? You know what I would do if it was this way. Just wait. I know I read it, but if it was like first come first serve, I'd go to a Taylor show and just go to the lineup to meet her. Like skip the whole concert and just like wait in line to meet her. You know. But okay, so it says here that her mom and Taylor Nation, I guess that's her company, your staff. Go around and handpick and invite in advance online. So it's kind of like a like tell your story. So that guy probably told the Taylor Nation, like, I want to propose to my, so those type of, so those, okay. Cool.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
So you and I should go, hey, you know what, if we ever go to it, we should be like, hi, we're two middle-aged white guys, straight white, married white guys who done Taylor reaction videos, and we know that Taylor watches our channel. Yeah, we know that Taylor watches our channel, so we want to give her the opportunity to meet us. We want to give her that opportunity. We figured this would be a good opportunity. All right.
Oh, would they just wait outside?
They would jump the gate and like try to open our front door, and I was like,
yeah, let's not do that.
That's not okay.
Yeah. There's a difference between I really connect with your lyrics and I'm going to break in. Yeah. Yeah. I had a crazy dude break into my apartment and sleep in my bed a couple months ago.
What?
I don't like it.
Well, you can have that apartment.
Did he sing on a song? Are we forgetting this or something, Nathan?
I cannot believe you're even sick. That's amazing.
Yeah, I feel like
there are stars
that's where
next
we've
to
heard this before.
your lines.
Okay, cool.
What song was it then?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you sound fucking great, man.
You sound amazing.
Ooh. I know I tend to make it about me. I know you never get just what you see, but I will never bore you, baby.
We never heard the song. It's on Me. No. Do we know that song, Me?
No, I tend to make it about me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, it's from the Lover album. Okay, no, we haven't heard the song yet.
Oh, okay, cool. Come on, Brittany, you're blowing it.
You sound amazing. Like you're making it come alive.
I know I tend to make it about me. I know you never get just what you see, but I will never bore you, baby.
And there's a lot of guys out there.
Yes.
Sick.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
This is ridiculous.
That's so cool. It sounds so fun.
And you're the
it's so
proest pro of all time for doing this.
No way. Man, yeah. Thank you guys. This is so cool.
This is like.
This is your day at work. Oh, I'm going to sing with Taylor today. What hard day. Well, no, see you later. Well,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not going to be a small one.
Oh, it's going to be so
My
fun.
idea that I had in the beginning is
was he in the video as well, I guess? Oh, there he is.
Like,
oh,
yeah. Get in a big fight. I storm out and I'm like, and then all of a sudden, like, I like have like a parade happening below. Amazing. And like whatever makes you.
Yeah.
You know,
it's crazy. She's coming with it right now, and that's what they did.
Theater,
she's got the like
sequences, La Land, everything.
Nailed it.
And like when it's like me, it's like dancers, cats, gay pride.
Look at the colors of the costumes.
Western boots. I start
crazy.
riding a unicorn. Like just everything that makes me me.
5, 6, 7, 8.
If you were to split
this would be a fun video to watch.
My imagination, what would come out of it? I'm sweating now.
Just like me.
I got way too excited.
That's amazing.
Okay, guys.
Okay, I got
she's spitballing all these things, and she's like, "We're gonna be on a unicorn." You're gonna like that's what they did.
That's crazy. So she really is. I didn't realize to what extent she was kind of the director of, of her videos. Like she really is the brainchild of her videos, because she's the one who kind of like proposed all that, and then like.
Yeah, we see it in real time or whatever.
Fast forward to when it actually happened. That's amazing. That's good editing, by the way, of the.
Well, yeah, clever editing
of the editors here, but yeah, this is quite the insight into Taylor Swift.
Sure.
I love this. This is a great documentary.
It's all right.
I feel like I'm just.
This is so cool.
No, it's great.
Yes.
Look, there's a cat in her bag. What the heck? What? What? Was that the cat that was on the piano earlier?
That's hilarious.
It's Olivia.
Curious cat in a big world.
I can't believe it's this docile in a car.
I really care about my home state, and I know that at this point in time, like, my home state is a hugely important part of this midterm election.
Tennessee's U.S. Senate race figures.
Oh, that's where she's from? I didn't know where she's from.
Party's efforts to try to control
Did you?
the U.S. Senate after this year.
Marsha Blackburn, a self-described hardcore conservative, proclaims her support for President Trump often.
I know the left calls me a wingnut or a knuckle-dragging conservative, and you know what? I say, that's all right, bring it on.
One of the things that outraged me so much is that she voted against the reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act, which tries to protect women from stalking, date rape, from domestic violence.
I think I might have heard this one.
It's a no for gay marriage. It's a no for them to have any rights whatsoever.
I do pause for a sec. I do want to say when Trump was in office, he did say this about the Reputation album. It's going to be huge. Huge, the biggest, excuse me, the biggest Taylor album ever, huge. All right. And it wasn't made in China, not made in China.
Never do that again.
Sorry, I apologize.
That Tennessee stands for those things.
But he wasn't wrong. Anybody would say he wasn't wrong. It was a big album.
Secretive about how you vote, what you're voting for.
Well, I mean, I just figure I'm a 22-year-old singer, and you know, I don't know if people really want to hear my political views. I think they just kind of want to hear me sing songs about.
Good point. No offense, they don't. To some degree, I don't want to hear that from any of my celebrities. Just
part of the fabric of being a country artist is don't force your politics on people.
Smart.
Let people live their lives.
Yep.
That is grilled into us.
These three women have been the reigning queens of pop and country music. They're the biggest selling female artists of all time. Nearly 30 million records sold, and even more fans who always used to love their high-spirited style, their music, and their moxie. Well, that racy magazine cover on the stands today pretty much sums up some of the names the Dixie Chicks are being called in America these days. Traitors, the Dixie Sluts, anti-American. All because of one split-second comment aimed at President Bush right before the war with Iraq.
They're not those things, but that's kind of why. It's just smart business. Just.
Their opinion is so ignorant. They don't know what they're talking about.
I think they are the ditzy twits. These are the dumbest bimbos, with due respect, I have seen.
These are
yeah, I know.
Women who deserve to be slapped around.
Absolutely.
Jeez, what the? You shouldn't do that. So just pause it. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't have opinions, but it's just kind of like it's just a dangerous. Like if I was in charge of a celebrity, like that'd be my advice. If I was the agent or the management team, PR team, whatever it is, I'd be like, especially even today's climate, it's even worse than it was 20 years ago. So I would just be like, yeah, just play, have fun, enjoy the shows, like Taylor does. It's a fun show. Like people kind of want to leave that behind. Like you're going to a concert, let's say, to leave behind the noise of the world. And it is noisy, and that's okay that it is, but you have people on the left, people on the right, people in between, people undecided, and Taylor would have a lot of power. She has a lot of influence, and it's kind of smart just to say, you know what, I'm here to play, here to have a good time, here to have fun. I'm not a politician, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a political scientist, I'm not a mathematician, I'm a singer-songwriter, and I do a pretty good job at it, and I want my so I'm not saying celebrities shouldn't say what they want, because they're also free to speak. Absolutely. I'm just saying on the business side of things, it's smart if you just want to talk about business. You know, just like even in my job, Nathan, like I'm a small time nobody, but I'm in the military. I'm not allowed to voice my opinions.
Oh yeah.
If that makes sense.
When I was a teacher, any teachers that got political, it didn't matter which side of the political aisle they got political on, it tainted their reputation, unfortunately, and especially as a teacher, you can't throw your politics into it. A lot of them do, and a lot of them, you know, it kind of creates a stereotype around it. But I agree. I don't think there's a place for it.
Yeah, and I see a comment here, and I should have called it, but believe me when I say she probably got backlash for not saying it. You can't win when you're a celebrity. If you don't say anything, then people assume something. It's the same when celebrities are, like when they don't mention their private life. What's the first thing? If a man doesn't mention his private life, what's the first thing people start saying about him? For example, that he's gay.
Oh yeah.
Like if a man, like is a popular celebrity, never is seen in public with anyone, or they automatically assume. So it's like you can never win. Exactly. So if I don't talk about my private life, people will think I'm gay. not that matters, but they always have to create a narrative because you're not giving them a narrative. Then like, well, we got to get something out of this celebrity, so they must have a secret love affair, or they're conservative, or they're liberal, or whatever it is, whatever fits our narrative to cause headlines. Yeah,
it's human nature to create something that you know, when you don't understand or it doesn't make sense, you create something instead to try and make it make sense. Yeah.
And unfortunately, when you're a celebrity,
it's even worse.
You can't win, but she's doing the right. Stay true to thine own self. Be true.
Yeah,
that was the famous. You might have heard of him. Bill Shakespeare said that. To thine own self. Be true. He also said the world's a stage.
Which play did he say both of those in there?
To thine own self. Be true, Ethan. I believe that was Othello.
Nope.
I know. I forget. I've only read Hamlet, so.
It's Hamlet.
Oh, I should have guessed Hamlet. It's the only one. I did legit read that in grade 12, and I saw the Mel Gibson Hamlet. Do you ever see the Mel Gibson's Hamlet? It was quite good. Oh, well, he's Australian and he's trying to do a British accent. And
no, I have a better Hamlet, but I will save that for later.
Who's your Hamlet? Who's your Hamlet?
David.
I didn't say it was the best one. I just asked you if you enjoyed it.
The David Tennant version is my favorite. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Yeah.
When you saw Hamlet, I'm just asking, when you saw Hamlet with Mel Gibson, were you disappointed?
No, I wasn't disappointed.
That's it. But then David's better. That's fair. I'm not saying it's the best one. I'm saying it's not horrible.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. All right.
Yeah.
I like Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's great. Great Hamlet.
Yeah.
He's the best. Mel Gibson's Hamlet will be
Stop.
The best. Excuse the best. I know what he said about Jews. I might agree with him. I mean, the best Hamlet.
All right, let's continue. We're like barely halfway.
I'm sorry.
Publishers would just say, don't be like the Dixie Chicks. And I loved the Dixie Chicks.
Oh, loved. Uh-oh. Now they're just called the Chicks, I believe.
A nice girl doesn't force their opinions on people. A nice girl
they took away
smiles
the Dixie,
and waves and says thank you. A nice girl doesn't make people feel uncomfortable with her views.
It's my right to vote, but it's not my right to tell other people what to do.
Right there, sister.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on. I agree with David.
I was so obsessed with not getting in trouble. I was like, I'm just not going to do anything that anyone could say anything about.
But then I don't say anything, then they have to say, she's not saying anything. Yeah. You still got that line up there, Nathan, though.
I'm getting to the point where I can't listen to people.
So you can just click on the top. I find if you click on the top of your tab, like next to the Netflix playing, it should go away.
Up here?
Yeah, like don't click on it, but just find an open space after you hit play, and it should go away after a few seconds. So hit play and then go up there and hit click, and it should go away.
Okay.
See? So there's something Chunk learned on this podcast. So.
Ooh.
Can you not?
When I'm doing Netflix stuff,
yeah. Figure out this. I really like what I was doing, but I can't figure out what key it was in. It's like 4 a.m. in the middle of the night.
In the night, in my dreams.
Oh, the field of know I found someone to commit to. That would be okay. Thing to do. They wouldn't nothing me behind my back, and then they do. And then Monica, all right again. I'm so sick of running as fast as I can.
Maybe it's like, I'm so sick of running as fast as I can, wondering if I'd get much further if I were a man. If I was a man, I was a man.
Right.
If I was a man, I was a man.
If I was a man.
But if I was a man, hey, then I'd be the man.
We don't know this one.
No, this is must also be on Lover.
Must be Lover.
Yeah. I really like that a lot.
Do you want to start, maybe if you start a vibe,
Yeah.
then this will just...
Have we moved on from Reputation? So this is Lovers after Reputation? Are we following the timeline now?
Mm-hmm.
You just have to be thinking about this shit all the fucking time.
You are kind of doing a constant strategy in your head as to how not to be shamed for something on any given day. But then you get accused of being calculated for having strategy.
So it's just this like it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, I'm good, but it's been you sort of do have to twist yourself into a pretzel on an hourly basis.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like this for a second verse? Lyric, they'd say I hustled, put in the work, instead of shake their heads and question how much of this I deserve. And what was I wearing? Or if I was rude? Could I be separated from applauding business I could do? Applauding when I'd make a move. What's singing that? Could I be separated from my good ideas and power moves?
Yeah, I like good ideas.
That's it. Just more movement. That's really cool.
Sick.
This is so fun to write.
We drink to the pin and the bottles, to the bitches and models, to the da-da-da-da-das, to the bees and the bottles, to the night, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Like, do you know what I mean? We the pin and bottles, to the bitches and models, to the,
Do you know, like, how they're like, we drink and we'd be popping bottles to the we'd be popping bottles to the bitches and models, to the hoes and the, like, do you know, because they get to call us that. They get to fucking call us that.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
I can still hear Nathan. I just think the dog opened the door and left it open.
Oh.
I'm still here. No, keep playing. I'm listening.
Okay.
Taylor Swift, the singer, she goes to court today against a former radio DJ. She says,
"Oh, here we go." Oh, whoa! I didn't know this one.
Moment Mueller inappropriately
Pause it.
Hand up her skirt.
I remember this. This would make headlines. This is before I knew who. No, I only knew Taylor as the celebrity. I never listened to at this time, but I heard about this picture.
He put his hand. Oh my goodness!
I think he. Well, let's listen to the story. But yeah, let's listen to the story. But I guess he cupped her buttocks, maybe. A little low in the hand there, but.
We told his boss. They did an investigation.
Go back 10 seconds.
He got fired.
10, 20 seconds.
Then he sued me for
grabbed her.
Taylor Swift, the singer, she goes to court today against a former radio DJ she says once groped her.
Swift says this picture shows the moment Mueller inappropriately grabbed her, putting his hand up her skirt.
Oh,
this
up the skirt.
To me.
Oops.
We told his boss.
Oops.
They did an investigation. He got fired. Then he sued me for millions of dollars.
What?
So I countersued for $1.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Just to make the point, that's good.
Yeah.
You walk into a courtroom, and then there's this person sitting in a swivel chair, staring at you like you did something to him.
The first thing they say to you in court is, why didn't you scream? Why didn't you react quicker?
Probably because you're in
Stand
shock.
Further away from him.
Okay, pause it. I don't know anything about this, so I'm speaking very ignorantly here because I've never. But you know, when you're in a situation where something has happened to you, where you're the victim of, even if it's just like a verbal assault, or you're in an argument, and you're in that moment, and you're like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So I've been, and when the moment goes away, you're like, oh my gosh, I should have said X, or I should like. When you're in those uncomfortable, and this happens too, we see it on video camera footage or phone footage. Mm-hmm. Why didn't somebody rescue that person? Or why didn't somebody stop that fight for her? Because when you're in the moment, unless you're like professionally trained to react, like a professional, like a police officer maybe, or like those type of fighters or whatever, it's often when you see an event that's out of the simulation we're in, if you see a bug in the event and you're like, you're just like, what's who? And then it's not till afterwards when you're like, oh my gosh, I should have XYZ'd. And so when she probably, if the guy truly, let's just say, puts his hand up there, she's probably like, what are we, just, you're almost like, what am I?
Well, I'd go a step further and say he's he probably is banking on the fact that she's not going to react because she's a celebrity. So he's it's that same, I hate this feeling. Sorry, this is my rant. When especially, and unfortunately it's mostly men, but sometimes women, who just feel this like privilege to be able to get away with stuff because they are who they are and they can do this and they've done it 1,000 times and they get away with it, or they want to brag about it to someone else and tell everyone else how great they are.
Taylor.
Yeah, but it's that whole that whole society of that it drives me crazy that people think that this is like they're right somehow. I cannot believe that a person would go, I'm gonna sue Taylor to get some money out of this, when like you did it. You know what I mean? Like you were caught and you're trying to like, fix your reputation somehow by suing Taylor, and it's like, oh wow. Oh, I want to go back just a little bit to catch up.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Scream. Why didn't you react quicker? Why didn't you stand further away from him?
Then he has a lawyer get up and just lie.
What? A lawyer lying? Shut up.
There were 7 people who saw him do this, and we had a photo of it happening. I was so angry. I was angry that I had to be there. I was angry that this happens to women. I was angry that people are paid to antagonize victims. I was angry that all the details had been twisted. You don't feel a sense of any victory when you win, because the process is so dehumanizing. This is with 7 witnesses and a photo. What happens when you get raped and it's your word against his?
Oh man. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That we knew. I want to say something, Nate. This is actually good.
Sure.
I don't mean actually good. I shouldn't say that about myself. Remember we said earlier that she kept herself out of the political minefield? But here she used her voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is, you know what I mean? But like here she used her voice. She goes, you know what? This isn't right. And I'm using my voice for things that matter. Yeah. Politics, whatever. Okay, whatever. I'm conservative, I'm liberal, I'm Democrat, whatever. Hey, sexual assault and a voice for a woman, this matters.
Yeah.
So there you go. She used her voice for good here, and that's what I like.
Yeah. No,
things that matter.
Well said.
Well, every now and then I say something right.
You say a lot of things right.
Yeah. So, I just wanted to, just kind of looking back, this exact day a year ago, I was not playing a sold-out stadium in Tampa. I was in a courtroom in Denver, Colorado. Honestly, I was there for a sexual assault case, and this day a year ago was the day that the jury sided in my favor and said that they believed me. I guess I just think about all the people that weren't believed and the people who haven't been believed, or the people who are afraid to speak up because they think they won't be believed. And I just wanted to say that I'm sorry to anyone who ever wasn't believed, because I don't know what turn my life would have taken if people didn't believe me when I said that something had happened to me. So the drought was the very worst. When the flowers that we'd grown together died of thirst. It
door and the sky turned black.
Is this an outside venue?
Perfect storm. The rain came pouring down when I was drowning.
Was it raining there? Yeah, okay.
Morning, gone was any trace of you. I think I finally clean. I think I finally clean.
Yeah, we haven't heard this song before. This is from 1989, the album. Called Clean. I don't think we've heard it.
I'm so proud. Thanks for taking this shit bag of shit they gave you. You made it into this.
Can't see, is that her mom? Yeah, okay, it is, yeah. Andrea. Oh, that's her daughter, you know? Like,
Mama Swift.
yeah. What a sweet lady. We can tell she's raised by good
I couldn't
people.
really stop thinking about it. And I just thought to myself, next time there is any opportunity to change anything, you had better know what you stand for and what you want to say.
We are less than 3 weeks out until the midterms, and Tennessee Senate candidate Marsha Blackburn is up in the polls.
Congratulations. I know you got a little momentum going there.
This is the third poll in a row that has shown you in the lead.
My team's really not happy with me right now. All I've talked about for the last couple of months is the election in Tennessee. It's not that I want to step into this, I can't not at this point. Like, something is different in my life completely and
there we go.
unchangeably different.
There you go.
Since
Yeah.
my trial last year. Like,
You were right, Ryan.
no man in my organization or in my family will ever understand what that was like.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's true.
There you go. Taylor's got to do what Taylor got to do.
We've not got involved with politics or religion.
Yeah, but this is on the home front. And also, back in the presidential election,
She's arguing with who?
such a horrendous
The
place
dad. Okay.
that I wasn't gonna pop
That's the
my
dad,
head
isn't
out
it?
and say for anything.
Okay.
I mean, does Bob Hope do
Well,
it?
why-
Did Bing Crosby do it?
That's
Mick Jagger do it?
Hell, come on.
No, what I'm saying right now is
Bob Hope and
First
Bing
of all,
Crosby.
these are bad stories and these are down.
Imagine if we came to you and said, hey, we've got this idea that we could halve the number of
Which one's the
people
dad?
sitting next to us.
The mustache guy?
The
I
other
can't.
thing, just from a security
So you
standpoint,
think people-
Taylor Swift comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they
Red
like
shirt.
that.
Okay.
I'm sad that I didn't 2 years ago, but I can't change that. I'm saying right now that this is something that I know is right, and you guys, I need to be on the right side of history.
Okay,
and
pause
if
for a
it doesn't win, that at least I at least.
So again, I agree, not agree with what the guys are saying, but what I meant to say is I know why. I know what they're doing. As you know, I'm a bit of a boxing fan. I'm a huge fan of the Rocky films, and the character Mickey in Rocky 3, he gave Rocky. Like, hear me out here. I'm just saying something. He gave Rocky opponents that he knew that Rocky could beat as champion. So he was champion. Think about this. So Taylor's champion, right? She's the champion at the box office. She's a champion celebrity, right? Rocky was a champion boxer, and his management, his trainer and manager, that's his job as manager, is to protect the champion. So he gave opponents, unbeknownst to Rocky, he gave opponents he knew that Rocky could beat to protect his image, to keep the money coming in, but he never got to be himself. So when he discovered that he was fighting people that were handpicked that he could beat, he felt he wasn't being true to his championship. And then that was a big turn. So this is her Rocky 3 moment, meaning she doesn't want to handpick her publicity or she needs to be true to herself, even if it means, because there's a moment in Rocky 3 where Rocky says, well, what if I lose? And then his wife, Adrian, says, it doesn't matter if you lose, but it's matter that you're true to yourself. It's who you are. Then you lose knowing you are who you are. You stay true to yourself. To thine own self be true. And this is Taylor's moment. She's telling, ironically, these white old guys, shut up. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, it's kind of like the old guard, right? But she's telling them, look, this is my side of history. This is my moment. I need to be true to even if I lose my championship, at least I'm true to myself. That's my little Rocky moment parallel.
That's great, Ryan. That's.
I want to say this, guys. Watch the Rocky films. A little plug for the Rocky films because they really do. They parallel a lot of great life points. I'm just saying. All right.
All right. Good point.
Thank you.
I tried.
Taylor, here's the problem.
I just want to read you what I wrote, and I'm going to try to start. I just really want you to know that this is important to me.
I
this
totally
is something that
agree with the issue.
How old is she here? Sorry. How old is she here? 26,
27.
And the bottom line right now, I'm terrified. I'm the guy that went out and bought armored cars.
I worry for her safety as much as anybody does. Maybe more.
That's a good point too,
It really
right?
is a big deal. She votes against fair pay for women. She votes against the reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act, which is just basically protecting us from domestic abuse and stalking. She thinks that if you're a gay couple, or even if you look like a gay couple, you should be allowed to be kicked out of a restaurant.
That'd be you and I. We'd be kicked out of a restaurant if we went to eat together.
Wrong at this point, and I can't see another commercial and see her disguising these policies behind the words.
Why do people have these policies anyways? I don't understand.
Those
Anyways,
aren't Tennessee Christian values. I live in Tennessee. I am Christian. That's not.
oh,
what
she is
we
a Christian.
stand for.
Okay.
I need to do this.
I
need
agree.
you to just
Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here.
I'm going to get political here for a second, but
oh boy,
I've noticed that's a big problem on the right political spectrum that people haven't been able to really figure out how to bring back, because the far right certainly does not espouse anything Christian in my mind. There's nothing Christian about kicking everyone out of your country and it's all for one and one for all. Like nobody, you only like look out for yourself. Like, come on, like you're kidding yourself. That's a Christian value. It isn't. Like the far right is so far removed from Christianity that it's just, I don't know. It blows my mind sometimes that's what kind of puts wind in the sails of right-wing politics. But I don't understand it. I don't understand why. Because I consider myself a Christian, and I'm disgusted by the way that Christianity gets wrapped around some of these principles, and it's like, no, there's nothing Christian about treating people like garbage and telling people that what they can and can't do. Anyway.
No, good, well said, Nathan. As always.
Forgive me for doing it, because I'm doing it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous.
You should be. Ooh, I want to do
Who's this?
Okay, so.
Oh, Publis.
I
Okay,
always
sorry.
have to bring
Oh,
up
Tree.
Everything that could go sideways, or everything that we need to expect. Number one, the president can come after you.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't care.
If I get bad press for saying don't put a homophobic racist in office, then I get bad press for that. I really
I
don't
would stand
care.
behind that 1,000 times.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think that it is so frilly and spineless of me to stand on stage and be like, Happy Pride Month, you guys, and then not say this when someone's literally coming for their neck.
Yeah.
All right, cheers.
Okay, can I ask a question to our Swifties watching this? This is a big. I assume we're going to see. Excuse me. I assume we're going to see what was said and how. Okay, well, that's coming up. I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's going to change her mind. What was the fan reaction? I'm curious. Maybe we'll show. Let us know it's going to be a documentary. But I'm curious.
Let's see what's said, and then
But I'm curious if I assume there's conservative Christians who are Taylor fans who might not agree with her politics. So that's going to be okay. Yeah. Maybe it's going to be shown in the documentary. So if it's shown in the documentary, then there's always going to be detractors. Yes, but I was just curious if it was very divisive or okay. So mostly positive, but of course, there's always detractors. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is she about to tweet something or?
Oh, it's so scary. This is the picture. 1, 2, 3.
Go.
Oh God.
What'd she post? What'd she post? What'd she post?
Yeah.
What was the post? Did they show it?
Taylor
Swift broke her silence on
Oh, here we
politics
go.
over the weekend, publicly backing two Democrats in Tennessee.
Taylor Swift is taking her first political stand backing Democrats.
shut
for
up.
president.
The superstar making it clear
The
to
View,
her
I can't stand
112 million followers on Instagram and the
Was
world
on Instagram, okay.
where she stands.
Taylor Swift's jumping into politics. What do you have to say to her? Let's say that I like Taylor's music about 25%
He still likes it though, but that's 75%.
In a whole new way. This is so out of the norm for Taylor Swift, who until
Republicans for years have thought that Taylor Swift was a crypto conservative and she just...
It's a risky move for an entertainer to step into politics at her age, at her stage.
Vote.org reporting more registrations in the last day since Taylor's post than in all of August.
So it did make an impact.
Vote.org on Monday, nationwide, there have been 51,308 new registrations in the past.
So proud of
you.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Go,
Do you think it'll...
Oh, that tree publicist.
Wait, it's a tree.
Very pretty.
I really hope it actually does something. But you know what?
We'll find out.
Trump likes
Don't-
my music 25% less.
But he still likes 75% of it. That's not bad.
Lighter. I just feel I've been feeling this way for months.
Bryce Hilton just posted, note how Republicans are attacking Taylor Swift's intelligence instead of her ideas. They don't respect women enough to debate them.
It's not true.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
That's what I just said.
Sexy.
Yeah, it's like a melted down disco ball.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you look amazing.
I am
gorgeous.
a Pop-Tart rapper.
Like this on that here.
You know,
That's
it's
so
going to
cool
sound
dress.
really ridiculous,
Yeah.
but I can't move past
got
you.
It's like almost like a suit of armor.
That's how this
Yeah.
dress makes me feel.
What's she doing right now? Is it a concert, performance of some sort? Or?
I can breathe. I can. Yeah. Is it easy?
I think the other one's
No.
Oh, it's the AMAs. I don't understand what yelling would do in this. Let's just take the picture.
They want to get a proper angle, the best lighting, like to your right, to your right.
Thank
And
you so
it's
much for
yeah,
this,
it's
and I just wanted to make
stupid.
a mention of the fact that this
Artist of the
award
Year.
and every single award given out tonight
That award stresses me out because if you fall on it, you're dead.
voted on by the people is the midterm elections on November 6th. Get out and vote. I love you.
Yeah, she doesn't tell you how to vote. She just go in that moment. She just go and vote. Yeah. Oh, this is that music video, I think.
Oh yeah.
7, 8.
She's just mouthing the words. Where does she hear the song? Is it in her ear somewhere?
Did they tell her? I didn't know that they told them not to sing it.
Yeah, I need to work on my face.
Oh, I figure they don't sing.
I look like I have a mean face sometimes when I'm not trying to. You know what I mean?
Maybe some do, but they have to hear. They have to hear the directions and stuff.
Let me try to help you guys out. So,
Yeah, I have a really slappable face.
Slappable.
Yeah, you just want to be like,
Phil.
what are you plotting? What's she planning? I'm not meaning to look like that.
He looks confident and strong. It's the court. Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna try to be more likable on the next one.
all right.
That's so interesting to get that insight on Taylor, that she doesn't like how she looks, or that she doesn't like.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we had a sense of that from some of the other things about her eating disorders and that sort of thing. But yeah, here's an interesting insight to me. Before we got into we dove into this stuff. I had that similar thought about sometimes Taylor Swift has that look to her, like she's not slappable, for sure, not that, but like just that she seems like, oh, is she angry? She seems angry. You know what I mean? I love that I've got all this context around why she might have that face, but I would say, knowing what I know now, she's not. She's a gentle soul. Like I think she has like an enormous heart, and a lot of love for people. And I would say, like, yeah, that look is misconstrued. I bet a lot of people fall into the same trap I did, not knowing anything about Taylor Swift, and thinking that maybe that's who she is. Yeah, stoic. There's a good word for it there. She looks stoic. And I think now that I have the context of why she might appear that way, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Good job, Nate.
Yeah, thanks.
That's always well said. You're just always well said.
I wish I didn't feel like there's a better version of me out there. I feel that way all the time.
You know what we call this? This is last rhino of the stampede up here. Just everybody else is running, limping. First to get eaten. I keep looking down because I'm afraid. And it shows.
It's a lot to process because we do exist in this society where women in entertainment are discarded in an elephant graveyard by the time they're 35.
Yeah.
Everyone's a shiny new toy for like 2 years.
That's interesting here.
The female artists that I know of have reinvented themselves.
I think I disagree with Taylor here. I think, yeah, sure, looking back at her 16 to 20-year-old self, she's very attractive, but I'd say she's more attractive now. I think she's becoming more attractive to me as she gets older than she was when she was younger. In fact, I don't know if I would have been, maybe I would have back. I don't know. I can't really. I'm getting older too, so it is comparable. But I would say she seems to me more attractive as she ages than the images of her younger. I think she's. That's just my.
I thought she was the hottest when she was 16. Okay, so what you got there, Nate?
Yeah. I guess she's not saying she was prettier younger, but I still think, like, as a human being, I would say, I don't know, and maybe I'm different, but I find that especially women who are like, who stick to their morals and like continue to be themselves, they do age well. And I mean that in the whole sense, like a personality, who you are as a human being ages well if you can stick to your guns. If you just keep on trying to placate the audience. If she had done that, let's put it this way. If she had just kept on trying to keep everybody happy, yeah, by the time she got to 35, she would get discarded, because that's what society does to people who don't really, have no substance. But she's got a lot of substance. So I would say she'll stick around well past her 30s. Yeah,
she won't be hot when anything over 40. Let's be honest. give me the next model. She's got 7 good years left, and that's it. She'll be
oh boy.
She'll be Madonna too. All right.
Times more than the male artists. They have to, or else you're out of a job. Constantly having to reinvent.
I heard she might retire, though, honestly. There's rumors about
that people find to be shiny.
That the Era show might be a kind of a...
Be young.
Tell me if I'm wrong.
But only in a new way and only the way we want. And reinvent yourself, but only in a way that we find to be equally comforting, but also a challenge for you.
I don't know. I think
live out a narrative that we find
interesting
enough to entertain us,
keep everyone
but not
happy.
So crazy that it makes us uncomfortable. This is probably one of my last opportunities as an artist to grasp onto that kind of success.
So, I don't know, like as I'm reaching 30, I'm like, I want to work really hard while society is still tolerating me being successful.
We do have another result coming in. It's coming in from the Senate. Marsha Blackburn, we were just talking about that. Marsha Blackburn will win the Senate seat.
The Bredesen camp was very much hoping for the swift lift, as they called it, because young voter turnout spiked here by 7-fold from the previous midterm election, and yet that wasn't enough.
People here, pause it. The Swift lift, don't forget there was also detractors who probably registered to vote against Swift. Don't keep that in mind. Now, again, that's still positive. And what I mean by that is I don't want Swift to run the country any more than I want Stallone to run the country. Meaning, but I like that celebrities are saying go out and vote. That's good. So it might not be the party they're voting for, but still important that they're exercising their freedom to vote. So, democracy should win in the end anyways. However, I'm suspecting those 51,000, they weren't all Swift supporters. There's probably those who are like, screw Swift and her lackeys. I'm registering to vote to countervote the votes coming in. So that probably happened too. But still, she got young voters out. So
Tay didn't have that much sway.
So stupid. Like, why is that funny? I just finished saying the right thing.
I can't believe it.
People have countervoted too.
First female
Unfortunately.
senator in Tennessee, and she's Trump in a wig. She represents no female interests.
Well, her own.
She won by being a female, applying to the kind of female males want us to be in a horrendous 1950s world. So for the next 2 years, we have to build on what started here.
The first verse, I want to be all about like hearing the news. If you were like a kid who like loved Beto and thought that was the future of Texas, or you really thought Stacey Abrams was going to win and you went door to door and you were trying to make it happen and then she still gets beat.
It didn't happen, yeah.
And it just didn't happen. But it's like, statistically, we have, 3 to 4 million people turning 18 in the next 2 years before the next one. So it's like, it's basically saying like, don't lose hope, don't get.
Yeah, your time will come if you just hang in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I had this idea.
This is fascinating.
It's called Only the Young. Play it again.
Is this from Lover as well, I guess?
Can run.
Oh, nice.
That's basically saying like resist. If you can just shift the power in your direction by being bold
It's
enough,
not on
this.
okay.
then it won't be like this forever. Run. Break away from this.
Yeah.
Like you can run from fascism. Okay. I have a partial verse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It keeps me awake, the look on your face, the moment you heard the news. Frozen in time and screaming inside, you did all that you could do. The game was rigged, the ref got tricked, the wrong ones think they're right, and you were outnumbered.
Ooh.
This time.
Whoa.
But only the young. Only the young.
Come up with this stuff. It's almost like
Jeez.
she's a demon.
Almost like she's a songwriter.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh. I saw some YouTube videos where she's sold her soul. You seen those ones?
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah, every artist has.
So it's almost like it was too political for her. It's not that political of a song.
Everything that you praise for the sound you've only heard on TV. You go to class scared, wondering where the best hiding spot would be. And the big bad man and his big bad clan, their hands are stained with red. Oh help.
I feel really good about not feeling muzzled anymore. And it was my own doing. I needed to
I didn't know she had tattoos there.
200 million people. But I've educated myself now. And it's
like the
time
hair
to
there.
take the masking tape off of my mouth. Like forever.
Of the trailer burning.
Yeah, I love
really
that.
major at midterm plan. You're a really major at midterm plan.
Thank you. Wait, if you have anything I can help with,
I think we should
let me
really
know.
keep talking about it because we really do need people to put the pressure on all those senators who pass the Equality Act. Or then it's if they are forced to vote on it and then they
Look,
do
it's
vote
Nathan.
against public
It is you.
Yeah.
Then we have enough.
Yeah, that's me. That's it.
Nathan, you were the set. You never told me. There you are. You look fantastic. Nathan, you look fantastic.
Roll camera.
I want to love glitter and also stand up for the double standards that exist in our society.
Oh,
I want to wear pink and tell you how I feel about politics. And I don't think that those things have to cancel each other out.
They don't, I guess. Yeah. There you go. Oh, the young.
How long are you doing this?
About a year. When I realized that I really like having cute nails, but I really can't go into public.
I will die if I get a VMA.
Well,
I'll
just
die.
win something. You're definitely
I
first
don't-
on the list.
I will lose my shit. You don't understand.
Do you know the Canadian military, Nathan? Men are allowed to have, and women are allowed to have any fingernail color they want.
My favorite
Really?
names I've ever gotten.
Yep.
I appreciate it. Give me a good review on
Yeah.
Yelp.
Men, women. You can have rainbows, sparkles. It doesn't matter.
Place to go.
Yeah.
There are guys that do. There's guys that walk around with fingernail polish.
And the VMA goes to.
Nathan again.
In this video, there was a petition, and there still is a petition for the Equality Act, which basically just says we all deserve equal rights under the law.
Crazy. That's so weird.
I want to thank everyone who signed that petition because it now has 500,000 signatures, which is 5 times the amount that it would need to warrant a response from the White House.
There you go. Who's taking?
I'm trying to be as educated as possible on how to respect people, on how to deprogram the misogyny in my own brain. Toss it out, reject it, and resist it. Like, there is no such thing as a slut. There is no such thing as a bitch. There is no such thing as someone who's bossy. There's just a boss. We don't want to be condemned for being multifaceted. Sorry, that was a real soapbox.
No, oh
Why
my
did I
God.
say sorry? You're just...
It's because we're trained to say sorry.
Yeah, we
Since were
legitimately
born.
are. We're like, sorry.
Sorry.
Was I loud? In my own house that I bought with the songs that I wrote about my own life.
Lover. I want to hear this Lover album. Yeah.
Than this moment.
It's out on iTunes. Oh my God.
It's out on iTunes, Nathan.
This is so cool. Toast to Taylor. No one is this good and works harder. And if you're that good, usually you don't work that hard.
I love you guys all so much. After 13 years of constantly feeling like I was misunderstood, knowing that everything that happened was all gonna turn into this moment is fucking awesome.
You know, there's this thing people say about celebrities that they're frozen at the age they got famous. And that's kind of what happened to me.
That'd explain Michael Jackson.
I had a lot of growing up to do, just trying to catch up to 29.
Just gonna go have fun. No one out there that I know of in the audience actively hates me. Not get dead-faced.
Have fun the whole time.
Yeah.
Ready to do this?
Ready. Totally ready.
May 19th, 2003. Oh, I tried to practice my songs, but I completely psyched myself out and broke down crying. I don't know if I can do this. I want it so bad, but I get so scared of what might happen. Relax, I can handle it. I'm young, I'm talented, they'll see it in me. I've got to hang on. I want to still have a sharp pen and a thin skin and an open heart.
This is the song we have to hear, apparently.
Only the young, only the young.
This is what I think. Like, those last lines are probably my favorite of the whole documentary, because really think about those lines. I want to still have a sharp pen, a thin skin, and
interesting. Yeah,
and a big heart, because it's hard to have a big heart, and I know this because I feel like that's where I really connect with Taylor. When I was a teacher, everybody tells you, oh, you just got to have a thick skin. You got to be able to just let everything roll off you. And you know how hard that is with like, you could have like 99 kids line up and tell you how great they think you are as a teacher, but it just takes one kid to be all like bent out of shape about a mark that they got and how upset they are and blah, 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 and how far they take it. And it's unbelievable how that can destroy you. And what teachers would do over and over again was just be like, you just got to get a thicker skin. But then you just get numb to stuff. And it doesn't allow you to have an open heart. It doesn't allow you to say what you want to say. You just become numb and you become like, dead to, all that stuff. And I think there's some wisdom in that, in saying like, no, it's okay for us to have thin skins. It's okay for us to feel, a hurt or afraid or, whatever that might be. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Developing a thick skin on certain things, I think there's wisdom there too. But I just think it's the first time I've heard it phrased that way, and I thought that's very, very wise. I like it.
I agree. I have a terribly thin skin. I'm terrible. So I come off my little rants or whatever, but as Nathan knows, I'm very sensitive. And but I think you're right, though. I totally agree that and Taylor's right, of course, because she's never wrong. No, I'm sorry. No, I just joke. I agree with her too. Like to feel, I think that's the thin skin. Because often we have a thick skin. The idea is things bounce off you, right? Everything bounces off. Oh, nothing affects me. And especially men are like this. So let me be clear: a lot of men are this way. If you're a man and you feel things, you're feeling sad or that bothers you, you're the P word. I hear all the time in the military, like, oh, look at Ryan, he's feeling things. What a weak person because he feels. And that's an odd, but we do that. Men are men are very toxic about that type with other men. To feel anything means you're weak. And no, I'm Team Taylor. I agree. I embrace my thin skin, and I know that it's a protection in itself because it protects me from people that I find dangerous. But at the same time, it can be detrimental if you learn to navigate it and you learn how to deal with it. I don't want thick skin either. I enjoy that I feel things. I enjoy that I feel when my kids are sad or my wife is happy or whatever. I'm glad I feel things. So, I don't apologize for feeling either. And the older I get, the more I realize that I don't actually care what people think. Meaning, like, I hate when people say that. But what I mean by that is I will do what's best for me despite what people think about that. So I don't mean, but I care what my family thinks, like my wife and kids. That's the only people I care about. And then Nathan in second place. Like, the people that are close to me, I always say I only care what people think, the ones that show up to my funeral.
Right.
Who's showing up to my funeral? Like, not a lot of people.
I don't know.
I don't know, Nathan.
You'd have some members of the Welpdom show up, I think.
Yeah, Nathan will announce that next week. It'll be live streamed on Twitch. The Pentatonic fans have actually issued a hitman on me, so my days are numbered. Okay. Anyways, this was an amazing documentary. I can see why people were rabid about us watching this to understand Taylor better. Now we've seen the Reputation tour, so we've seen a full tour. We've seen a lot of live footage. Now we've seen the documentary. I feel like we're catching up a little bit now more than ever, of course, with the lore, her background, her journey. We don't know the story behind every song, but we certainly know her storyline a lot better than we ever did. Mm-hmm. So I'm feeling more on page with some of the Swifties that have been Swifties forever. People are now clamoring that already. People are saying in their comments, listen to Love Her. We will. Again, we'll put up for votes in the future. We do have to... we know Taylor's always going to win, so just be ready, Swifties. The channel will always be Swiftie friendly. Don't give up on us, but yeah, there might be a couple votes where Nathan and I don't pick a Swift option, just because we want other fans of our channel and other music artists to be a part of the channel too, because we just ultimately Taylor will win every vote. She just will. Yeah. But I will say this documentary was amazing. So a side note, what we'll probably do is Nathan and I'll probably do like a Taylor vote. Mm-hmm. So we'll put some of the Taylor albums that we haven't, put that up for vote. So we would have a Taylor special or something like that.
Sure. Yeah.
Because Taylor will always kind of win, I think. But I'm glad we saw this. I'm glad we watched. Honestly, this was amazing. She's a beautiful person inside and out. Mm-hmm. She is a lovely today as she was yesterday, and as she will be in the future. So if anybody asks me, I was just joking. She'll be lovely at 40, 50, 60's pushing it, but she's lovely. I can't help myself. Anyway, so the point is she's a lovely person, and I'm a true fan. I'm a legit fan. So I get why people spend $1,200 for a ticket. So, anyways,
yep, yeah, I'm the same boat. I can't believe I'm here. What is it, 4 months after we started this, and I'm like, I'm signing up. Make me a Swiftie. Like this is an artist I never saw coming as someone that I would be listening to regularly, and that I can like see the other fans and go, hey, like I think I know exactly what you feel, or I can like connect with people. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks everybody, and we will see you on a future video.
No, this is it. The last one.